In these sets of examples, we're going to need to factorise expressions that have a number bigger than 1 in front of the x squared or the letter squared term. So that involves a slightly different process, but we are still using a lot of the same skills. Before, when we just had a singular x squared, our strategy would be to identify factors of the last number. And we are going to do something similar with that here. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to write down factors of 12. So we can have 1 in 12, 2 in 6, and 3 in 4. Those are the numbers that when you multiply them together you get 12. But the difference with this question compared to others is that we've got a 6 here. And in order to combat this, what we have to do is we kind of need to separate it. These are our factors of the last term, but we now need to write down a factor pair of 6. So what times what is 6? Well, we can have 1 in 6. Only write down one factor pair. Only write down one. Before, when we were doing factorising with just a singular x squared, we wanted to find a factor pair such that when you multiplied them together, you would get this, and when you added them together, you would get this. But when we have a number in front of the x squared, we need to approach it slightly differently. We need to cross multiply the terms and add them together. If they add together to get this, then we know we've got it correct. Okay, so for example, 1 times 12 is 12, plus 6 times 1 is 6, so 12 plus 6 is 18. That is not what I'm looking for. 1 times 6 is 6, 6 twos are 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, I want 17, it's not what I'm looking for. 1 times 4 is 4, 6 threes are 18, so 1 plus 18 is 19, not what I'm looking for. Okay, so we can see that this doesn't work. Okay, this factor pair doesn't work. Nothing here is incorrect, but this factor pair is not working, so we're going to need to write down another factor pair. So what times what is 6? We can have 2 in 3. I'm going to put my dividing line in again, and then I'm going to write out my factors. I've got 1 in 12, 2 in 6, 3 in 4. I'm going to follow through the same process now. I'm going to cross multiply and add and hope I get 17. 2 12s are 24, plus 3 is 27. It's not what I'm looking for. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18. Not what I'm looking for. 2 4s are 8, plus 3 3s are 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. That is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm now going to show you how to write this as a bracket. Okay, so this is what I've been factorising. So remember, factorising means we put it into brackets. So I'm going to put it into 2 sets of brackets. So I know that it's going to be 3 and 4. Everything in the expression is pluses, so I know they're both going to be pluses. Those same rules still apply. So it's going to be something plus 3, something plus 4. And what these numbers tell us is that these are the numbers that go in front of the x's in our bracket. So it's going to be 2x plus 3, 3x plus 4. Okay, so 6x squared plus 8x plus 9x, this is plus 17x plus 12. Okay, so you identify your factor pairs of 12, and then you try that with a factor pair of 6. You cross multiply and add, and you want to get this number here. If it doesn't work, then you try another factor pair. You cross multiply and add, try and get this in the middle. When you do eventually get the cross multiply and add to get the term in the middle, you just write it in the form this number x, then this number here, this number x, then this number here. So we have 2x plus 3, 3x plus 4.